Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Indiana versus Kansas college basketball matchup on Saturday, December 16th, 2023. Of course, we do tons of free picks at Pickdawgz, but when you give out that many, you're going to like some the best, and those are the ones we put under the Premium Picks tab at Pickdawgz. Use that discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays. These are meant for people who make big bets. If that's you, go ahead and text that number that you see on the screen. Not available at the website, so go ahead and text. But let's get to this one. Indiana taking on Kansas. This is a battle of college basketball historical blue bloods. But for the Indiana Hoosiers, well, that historical is the key piece of the puzzle. Meanwhile, Kansas, a year removed from winning a national championship. And, they certainly have a team, at least coming into the season. They were ranked number 1 coming in. They haven't been able to hold that up. They're still at number 2 right now. But, when you look at some of the other rankings and other systems out there, well, you can see some of the deficiencies out there. And when I mean deficiencies, I mean just not 1 or 2, and maybe even outside the top 10. Some of those Ken Palm statistics and numbers that we look at. But when we see, what the Hoosiers have done, just 3-6 against the number this season and 1-3 against the number in these home games. While for Kansas, this is their first true road game of the season. For Indiana, it's a lot to prove here. This is an opportunity to prove something. This is a team that, has had pretty solid expectations for the last 2 years. And last year, I think, when they got trounced by Miami, and, the final score I don't think was indicative of what the game really was in the NCAA tournament. I think it showed that Indiana just has a very long way to go. We saw last time out, the Hoosiers got absolutely crunched by Auburn, 104-76. If it was a fight, they would have stopped it. Auburn putting up 104 points against Indiana. That was a season high of anybody. And, of course, they have played UConn already, who put up 77 on them, beating them by 20. So when the Hoosiers, have been called upon to play against the better teams, they do have the win over Michigan as a 6.5-point dog. They won by 3. They have a win over Maryland as a 2.5-point favorite. But outside of that, it is that pre-conference play. So that's the type of schedule you're going to get. For Kansas, when we look, it's the one loss was against Marquette. That one was out in Honolulu in the Maui Invitational. They bounced back and beat Tennessee by 9 points the next day. Of course, they have that big win over defending national champion UConn. They beat Missouri 73-64 last time out. So while Kansas certainly has, issues, and I don't believe they're quite the team that a lot of people believe they are, I think most teams would love to have the issues that Kansas has. They are the best shooting team in the country at 52.8%. Teams shoot just 37.3% against them. That is 9th best in the nation. And while they don't defend the 3 all that well, I think it's because teams really, know they need to hit threes against Kansas to make it happen. I think Kansas absolutely blitzes the Hoosiers here. I'm going to take Kansas, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. They're 100% free, and they'll tell you how often historically all the bets on the board have hit, trying to put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.